Hello there. Welcome back to Principles of Accounts, Zimsec, O level. We are going to look at the question from June 2024, and this is a question paper on partnership, and it's question 3B. And it reads, Kamini and Dembele were in partnership business, their agreement in the following provisions. So we are given the notes that we are given there. And then on 31 May 2020, they have the following balances. So this is the balances that we are given in terms of Kamini and Dembele as the partners. We're given the capital balances, drawings, and then current accounts. So beneath that, we are given additional information which you are supposed to go through before you answer the question. You are told that gross profit for the year was $13,000 and total expenses were $4,850. Then on the question part, prepare a profit and loss appropriation account for the year ended 31 May 2020. So I remember, our profit and loss appropriation account, we start on the net profit. So if you start, you come here to the other section, you see that the first item that we are going to start with is the net profit. So we are going to say net profit, and then we go to the question trying to see if we are given the net profit figure. If you go up, you'd see that we are not given gross profit and total expenses, and then we go up to check if we have got anywhere that we are given the figure for net profit. You see that there's no figure for net profit. So what we are going to do, you are just going to find the figure for net profit by calculating it, since we have the figure for our gross profit and total expenses. So remember, to get our net profit, I will say it is equal to our gross profit, and then you subtract our total expenses. So our gross profit, we have it there as 13,000, and then our total expenses 4,850. Then we subtract the two, get our net profit. So if you come to our answer section, we are just going to summarize as such, whereby we are going to say in brackets, we are saying 13,000, and then we subtract your 4,800. And the answer that you are supposed to get to come in this column, which is going to be your 8,150. So here we have got 8,150. So this is representing our net profit. Then from there, remember, we are supposed to add interest on drawings. If it's there in the question, but in this question, we have got it. So we are going to say interest, add interest on drawings. So if we come here, see, according with partnership agreements, what is the interest that they agreed. So you come here, you see that on item, we're given it's on point number 2, interest is charged on drawings at 5% per annum. So we are saying here it's 5% per annum. So I remember the total drawings that we have, according to Tamini, we have got 5,000 here, and then for Dembele we've got 7,000. So we are just going to say 5% of 5,000 for Tamini, whereby 5% is 5 over 100. So if you say 100 into 5, you are going to get 0.05. So you're just going to multiply by the factor 0.05. So on Tamini, we are going to say 0.05 times 5,000. So we come here. Obviously, the first one is Tamini. We just maybe try to refer back. Let's say saying Tamini here. And in brackets, I just show the working whereby you're saying 0.05 is our 5% as a decimal, and then we multiply by 5,000 total drawings for Tamini. You multiply the two, you're going to get a 250. So here, put it in this column, 150. Then the next one, we've got Dembele. Obviously, our percentage is going to be the same, which is 5% and 0.05 as a decimal. So for Dembele, we have got 7,000. So we're going to say 0.05, which is 5% times 7,000. Come back in there, say our 0.05. Multiply by 7,000, and the answer that you are supposed to get there is 350. So this is what we have for interest of drawings, remember? So we are supposed to add the two. If you add 250 plus 350, you're going to get your 700. Let's try to see, you're going to get your 600. So remember, you're adding to 8,150. So you're saying 8,150 plus 600, get 8,000. 750. Just try to see. So this is what we have there. So I believe that now we are supposed to subtract your interest on capital. So you're saying less interest on capital. So interest on capital, obviously, we have the mini is the first one. We'll go again to the partnership agreement to see what they agree in terms of that interest. So for interest on capital, we are having on the first point saying interest is allowed on capital at 10% per annum. So 10% is 10 over 100. So as a decimal, it becomes 0.10. So we're going to multiply by 0.10. So for capital for the community for 20,000, so we're going to say 0.10 times our 20,000. So we come here, brackets, we are saying 0.10 times your 20,000. Multiply the two, you're going to get your 2,000. So we'll do the same thing to Tebele. So for Tebele, we are saying we have got total capital of 30,000. So we're saying 0.10 times 30,000. 30,000 is here. So we come here. Saying Tebele, we are saying 0.10 times 30,000. Obviously, you multiply the two, you're going to get your 3,000. Then obviously, we check if you've got our salaries. If you have got a partner who's being paid a salary, you see that on the last point there, we have got community is entitled to a monthly salary of $200. So having $200 monthly, it means for the year. Remember, this proportion is on annual basis, so it's for 12 months. But this salary that we are given is for 1 month. So for 12 months now, we are saying 200 times 4. Multiply the two, you're going to get your 2,000. So we're just going to summarize it as such. So you've got salary for the mean. So here we are saying salary, and this salary is for admin. In the brackets, you can just summarize the working whereby we are saying 12 months times the monthly salary, which is 200. Then multiply the two, you're going to get 2,000. So this is what we have in terms of what we are supposed to subtract this appropriation. So we now add. Right, if we add there, you're supposed to say 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,400, you're going to get 7,400. So now we are saying less here. So it means we are subtracting. So we are now saying 8,750 minus 7,400, and you get 1,300. So this remains your profit that is to be shared. So we are saying representing profits that needs to be shared. So we go there and try to see what we have in terms of the profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio is given here. Second point from last is saying profit and losses are to be shared with the ratio of 2:3. So basically 2:3. Let's just try to bring down the ratio. So we are now saying 2:3, whereby we are saying this is for Damini and this one is for Debele. Then if we add the 2 plus 3, we're going to get a 5. So it means our denominator, we're going to use our 5, and then for the value, we are going to say 2 over 5. And then for Gamini, we're going to say 2 over 5, and then for the value, it's going to be 3 over 5. So we just multiply by the profits that we are given there. So basically, now we come to our answer and say share of profits. So remember, if you get a loss there, we are also supposed to share as such. So we are saying here, we are saying the ratio that we converted the ratio to a fraction. We got our 2 over 5 for the mini, so we are saying 2 over 5. Then we multiply by 1,300. Then we do the same thing to the belly. Remember, for the belly, we are saying 3 over 5. multiply by 1,350 over 1,350 over what? So we need to calculate each such. So if we calculate there for the first one, we are saying 2 over 5, and then we multiply by 1,350. We're going to get your 540. So it means here we have got our 540, and then we go to the next one, and we're going to say 3 divided by 5. Obviously, you're going to get a 0.6 there, and then you multiply by 1,300. And you're going to get your 810. So if you add the two, they should be the same with 1,300. So you say 540 plus 810, you're supposed to get 1,300. So this is what we have. So basically, this figure should be the same with this figure. So this is what we have, guys, in terms of the profit and loss appropriation account of the partnership. Those who have subscribed, please subscribe and share. We'll meet again in the next video. That's what this video I'm sending.